Aid workers struggle to reach some areas affected by the earthquake in eastern Afghanistan. Some rescuers have begun digging for survivors by hand. There is confusion over the ruling Taliban's requests for help. While the regime says it has asked for international help, the US says it's not been contacted.
As far as the eye can see on this rural mountainside, the people of Paktika province are left digging grave after grave after grave. This is devastation like Afghanistan has never witnessed before. 48 hours on and still no comprehensive rescue operation. Instead, desperate villagers in this remote region plough through the rubble with their bare hands to find some life. But as they dig through the destruction, they find only more bodies, more casualties at the hands of this catastrophic earthquake.
This is my house. It's destroyed completely. All the house belongings are missing. I've lost 12 members of my family in this house.
In this house, 35 members of my family were martyred. Among the dead bodies are my sons and grandchildren.
We ask the Islamic Emirate and the whole country to come forward and help us. We have nothing, not even a tent to live in.
Despite trickles of aid into the country through planes from Iran and Qatar, the government here are still pleading for international support. But this is a country that has been isolated since the Taliban took control last year, and that much-needed response doesn't seem imminent. Neighbouring Pakistan today sent a dozen lorries across the border packed with vital supplies. But the Taliban state representative in Islamabad said wealthy nations should be quicker to respond.
This is a human rights crisis, and those who criticise the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan are human rights violations themselves. Isn't it a human rights violation to deal with a different country's natural disaster or human rights crisis politically?
Whether there are larger diplomatic reasons at stake or not, on the ground it is everyday Afghans who bear the brunt.
What's most urgently needed are the emergency supplies, the medical supplies, clean water, shelter, hygiene kits. These homes are probably scattered across very remote provinces, and some of even the distances to get to affected areas will add time to the response. So when we say it's a race against time, we don't have time, but we need to obviously reach as many people as quickly as possible.
As time goes on, hope for any survival diminishes. Afghanistan is well and truly reeling from this powerful earthquake, and its people need help urgently.